Welcome to the Sidings. I wonder if you've ever seen this trick. I do use it occasionally to test the electrical conductivity in my circuits. So if you hold a 9-volt PP3 battery up against the rails of your double O layout, it's just about the right width to be able to get a motor to turn and a loco to move. It's great for testing if your points are correctly conducting, because you can put the loco on one side of the points, the battery on the other, and you're not having to faff about and rewire stuff as you go, and you can lay the power in later. But what if we could, and extreme speed up here because this took a while, but what if we could do that with N-gauge? Now, I will confess I've been watching a video of an N-gauge layout where somebody powered the whole thing off a 9-volt battery, and I know that a PP3's got about half an amp hour of power in it, so that should be doable. But can I use the same trick to get a motor to turn? And then can I get the bits to make it work? So, grab my little N-gauge loco. Lovely little thing. It's I bought this from Train Tracks. It's part of the Kato Pocket Line series. Loco and 2. Oh, look. Haha. Yeah. Turn the battery round. It goes back the other direction. This is so cool. What a lovely little game. We could have a lot of fun with this. But I've already got this wired into my Gauge Master controller, so I've unwired that. Yep. If I wire it across the battery, that will. Now, that is absolutely tanking round. So some moderation needed. And I will confess that before I recorded the video, I laid in some supplies. So let's see how I do wiring in my very first Amazon special £2.50 pulse width modulation controller. First things first, battery box. Got to put it in so that I've got two nice little terminals that I can wire into my PWM controller. Of course, the battery box is childproof. Oh, no. Am I there? Yes, probably. And it's got a little power switch on it, so it can isolate the battery from the leads, which will become important later. Yes, excellent. Now the PWM. Now, again, childproof. You'll find that the packaging on these things is designed to keep them secure in transit and not to be breakable easily. Whoops, there goes the loco. N-gauge is so small, but remarkably resilient. Right, penknife time. Get the packaging open. It's a good job I'm on a cutting mat. You can see there's two in the pack, and it comes with some wiring, which is great. Nope, childproof again. Yeah, you see, I can get in there. So you've got the PWM controller. It's got a switched variable resistor there, which allows you to supply a variety of different levels of effective power. So PWM works by sending the full voltage, but only briefly, so therefore creating the effect of less overall power being delivered to the motor. So the motor reacts in the locomotive as though it is receiving a lesser voltage, because it is on average. So there's me wiring it up, because you don't need to see me and the appalling hash I made of trying to get all the little bit of wires into the various terminals. Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad I did my electronics course at school, and here is me completing it, turning the power on, and oh yes, there's a power switch on the battery box. Yep, sorry. Told you that would come in useful later. Now, this one is not switched in direction. It can only go around in one way, but I'm happy with that. I don't need it to be special, because this is part of a wider plot that I have that I'm going to be putting together. So there's the battery box wired into the PWM wired straight to the track. And I figured actually what I really want is not a little loco going around, but I would like my tram. Again, pocket line range from Kato, wonderful little beast. The powered unit with a trailing dummy. Beautifully designed, proper logos, proper text on everything. And here we go. And switch on the power. Check the thing. Oh no, because the battery box has a power So, yeah, there we go. And there we have it. I am supplying enough power from a PP3 battery to my tram, which will go round and round and round. And I know from watching other videos that the PP3's got loads of capacity in it. It could run the whole thing for hours and hours and hours if I'm not being too over zealous with the amount of speed I want out of there. Just clear Florence out of the way. Now, she needs to go back on the 60 centimetre shelf railway, actually. And, yeah, here we are. I'm 5 minutes into the video, and, I mean, you know, you can stay with me to the end if you really want, but all I'm going to do now is just let this run round, and maybe grab myself a can of Coke. So enjoy. Take good care. Cheers.